Hey everybody, this is Ben Smith. So, yeah, it's been a bad week on the stock market. I believe we've seen the worst week in the stock market since 2008. That hurts. It hurts. It's right before the holidays. Everyone's already spending a lot of money trying to get everything done. I know I have taxes coming up, and I think everyone's feeling it. And it feels like 2019, we might be on the verge of a real slowdown. So I wanted to talk about 5 ways we can entrepreneur when times are tough. This does remind me of 2008 and early 2009. That's right when I left YouTube and decided to go out on my own, actually, which is a strange time to do something like that. But it ended up being the best time for me. So I wanted to share with you the 5 ways I entrepreneur when times are tough. And I think they're going to help you. And I'm actually reading these and reminding myself this is what I need to do here in 2019. So hopefully this strikes a chord with you. It feels right. And you can use some of these to make life a little bit better as we watch calamity. So all right, here we go. Number 1, stopping. We've talked about this before, but this is so important. The best thing when times are tough is to not stop. You need to keep doing whatever you were doing to get you where you are today. I know for me, my biggest regret was, well, let me back up. I was very lucky and I was able to build a really great audience for Voice Entrepreneur and Chance Bending this year in 2018. And I did it pretty quickly. And the way I did that, and it's no big secret, was that I was emailing and messaging people every single day. I think I was emailing at least 50 people a day on LinkedIn alone just to tell them about Voice Entrepreneur. And guess what? It worked. That's how I built a community pretty quickly. But it was such hard work. I had to consistently talk to that many people every day. So guess what happens? Around July or August, sometime in there, I just stopped doing it. And I stopped doing the thing that was driving all of my success. I made the mistake of thinking I didn't need to keep doing it, that somehow this thing wasn't needed anymore. And I made excuses, right? I said, people might be annoyed when I email them, even though I had been emailing people and people were very happy when I contacted them. Or, well, things are different now. I have a community. It's not needed quite as much. Well, that's what got me there. So if times are tough, what I want you to do is to stop stopping. To me, this is the best advice in the world about just about everything. So stop stopping. Anytime you get in your head that you might want to stop, that you might want to quit, just think about it. Stop stopping. All right, number 2. Find where you have an advantage. This is really important as well. In life, there are really just a couple of main resources when we think about resources, and typically they are time and money. So if times are tough and money is scarce, then time, use your time. Now's a time to use time. Use your time better than others. Become more efficient. You know, I'm recording this podcast at 5 a.m. on a holiday weekend in a cold office with the heat off right now. My dog, I actually brought my dog to the office. He's sitting here looking pretty miserable. I'm using my time more productively than ever before. That's really important. So anywhere where I have an extra minute, I have an extra idea, I wake up. I generally wake up very, very early, like 4 or 5 in the morning. I generate ideas. I'm just using my time as best as possible right now as we go through tough times with the other resource, money. But if you happen to be sitting on piles of cash and you're listening to this right now, then you probably know you have a serious advantage, right? Cash is king. I just read that cash went from being the worst to the best performing asset this year. Cash has never been the best performing asset in 19 years. So use your cash, now that you have cash, to leverage other people's time. You use the cash to buy more time, right? Time is the ultimate resource. All right, number 3, inspiring never goes out of fashion. I love this one. When the world is down and people need more work and they can't make ends meet, it's time to double down on inspiring people. Positivity is contagious. I know this. I have seen this in my life over and over again, and I have chosen to be positive. And on this podcast and with Chance Bending, I choose to be positive. It's important to show people everything is okay. The world is not over. It's definitely not over. We're in a natural cycle. We're in a natural cycle of the economy. We're in a natural cycle of life. Things will bloom again. We know this. In 2008 and early 2009, when it felt like the world was ending, and it really did for people that are too young to remember, I doubled down and was very, very active in a community meditation group here in LA. It was important to me to spread positivity in my local community, to act locally. So even if you were spreading cheer among a group of 30 people, and it was roughly 30 people every week, those 30 people are connected to thousands of people. It's a ripple effect. This is vital. You can affect people throughout the country and the world just by acting locally. I really, really mean this. All right, number 4, study more and get curious. So information is so awesome because it's basically free. There is nearly infinite amount of information in books, and that's available at your public library. And it's available across the internet. So now is the time to invest in free information. That's how I'm thinking about it. I'm actually investing in free information. It's not hard to generate an enormous ROI on free information. I talked recently about a negotiation book that I bought last year that actually generated something like a 22,000% ROI for me on the $20 I spent on that book. But you don't need to buy books. There's so much information out there. For me, I do keep, that's my dog in the background. For some of you, you know that I keep a collection of negotiation books. That's my thing, right? I collect negotiation books. I'm guessing I have at least 50 to 100 of these everywhere. Anyway, the average price of my negotiation books, I'm guessing, are $5 or less because I buy nearly all of them used. So that's an incredible opportunity to invest in information. If you're looking for topics, find books that will give you new skills. Negotiation, certainly, but you can also look at accounting and finance and science and biography. You can do acting and theater and improv and communication and strategy. Or like our podcast guest, like Trish Baden, you can actually study candle making or sewing. It's really endless, and it's nearly free here in 2018 and 19. All right, the last tip. I love this. Raise the bar. Raise the bar with customers. Raise the bar with expectations. Raise the bar with details. Now is the time to go the extra mile and be especially human. Tough times demand that you be human, that you're a real person. Now is the time to work with other people better than ever before. So if you have customers, do those little extra things for the customers. If you have coworkers, go the extra mile for the team. That's what's important right now. These things matter and they reverberate. They really do. They reverberate in the moment, and then down the line, it all ties in together. If you happen to have people or family above you or below you, then show them you will do twice as much as ever before. That's what raising the bar means. Raising the bar here in 2019 should be what your goal is as we make it through really tough times. And it seems like things are just going to get worse. I hate to say that, but they're going to get worse, but then they're going to get better. So let's review really quickly, okay? Number one, stop stopping. Just stop it. Just whenever you think about it, just say, stop stopping. Number two, find where you have an advantage. So you go, you lock in what's great about you and what you have an advantage. Number three, inspire, and that never goes out of fashion, right? Inspire, be positive. It's contagious. 4, study more and get curious. Invest in information. It's free and you're going to have a crazy ROI. And then 5, raise the bar. Set incredible expectations in everything and everybody you do, and magical things will happen. So that's my advice for when times are tough. I can't wait. Actually, I sort of enjoy times like this because we're going to make it happen. So, oh, my dog. Well, I'm going to go walk this guy, and I will talk to all of you soon.